Hey everyone, Donna here. I started this channel a few years ago with so much excitement and passion. The thing is that once I film this video, then I can edit this video and then I can bring this video out on the Wanted Adventure YouTube channel, and doing so I can launch this other channel that I've been working on. And then I posted 4 videos in total and didn't post any more videos here, which is not what I had in mind when I started this channel. I am, however, now planning to post some things here. I am planning to. And so I wanted to come here and let you know that before things just sort of started popping up here again. Okay, so I talked about it in this Wanted Adventure video. In 2020, Stefan and I started learning about nonviolent communication, also known as compassionate communication, needs-based communication, wertschätzende Kommunikation, and I was just immediately so excited about it. I was like, wow, okay, this is not just the kind of communication that I want for my relationship with Stefan, because yeah, Stefan and I started learning about it together because we wanted support for our communication with each other. I was like, okay, yeah, no, this is the kind of communication and the kind of connection that I've been yearning for in my life in general, with others, as well as, I realized a little bit later, with myself too. I can remember sitting down with Stefan at the beginning with a list of needs and feelings. We were in an argument. I was feeling stressed and tense. But this time we had a list of needs and feelings, and it meant so much to me. I felt so relieved and grateful and moved when I got to learn what he was needing from the perspective of that it's not that I'm bad. I um I could let go of taking it personally, and it's not that I'm bad, but rather it's that he's needing something. And so I got to see him with that. And then also to share, well, first of all, to connect with myself and understand and know what it is that I'm feeling and needing. And then to have the words to share that with him if I wanted to, and to be seen and heard with that if I wanted to. So, yeah, I got to see him and myself and connect with him and myself in a way that met my needs for connection, seeing and being seen, understanding, and joy. And I was really grateful to be able to interact with him and myself in that way. So I continued learning more about it, and more and more and more and more and more. And I've since taken courses on nonviolent communication. I've been the assistant for nonviolent communication courses, and also learning about nonviolent communication, going down that path has further opened up my interest in topics like empathy, compassion, connection, communication in general, different ways of resolving conflict, and exploring those, and exploring and thinking about, okay, how we speak to and interact with each other. What is that fostering? Is our way of communicating and interacting, fostering things like empathy, compassion, care? Is it fostering those things? What kind of communication and interaction could foster those things? So I've been thinking about that. I've taken other courses. For example, I took a course on restorative practices, a systemisches Coaching Ausbildung, and yeah, I notice I feel really passionate when I talk about this. And it's not just my communication style that I've been thinking about and that has been affected or changed. I think when I first had the idea of wanting to change my communication, like how I communicate with Stefan, and we started looking for support with that, I thought that would be like a standalone thing. I thought that I would stay the same. My perspective on things and how I communicate with myself and others would stay the same. And that just my communication with Stefan would change, just how we communicate in our relationship. But I've learned that my communication is very much linked to the word that I'm looking for in German is Haltung, innere Haltung, my perspective, my stance, my way of being, who I am, and how I approach things in the world. And so, yeah, that has been affected as well. My communication affects my way of being, my way of being affects how I communicate. So, 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 so when I set this channel up, I think I actually had been planning on talking about some of these kinds of topics, and then I didn't. But about a year and a half later, since the last video, I am here making a video to let you know that I am planning to post some videos here. Right now, in particular, I've got some shorts planned that I am planning to post here, as well as over on my new account for communication topics on Instagram. So that's what I'll be starting with. But what language? That is also the question. What language? So this video is in English, but the shorts that I have planned are actually in German. So I'm not actually sure if I'll exclusively post in one language or the other here, or perhaps a mix. Yeah, I'm still not sure. Over the past couple years, to my maybe surprise, but also definitely joy, my work life has actually started to happen more in German. Also, many of the courses that I've been taking over the past couple years have been in German as well. I was really nervous at the beginning to take a course in German, but yeah, now I've taken multiple courses in German. I also, I said that I've been the assistant for nonviolent communication courses. Those have been in German. The website that I made for me as a communication trainer, that's also in German. I made it in German. So yeah, German in my life. My personal life, I would say, is still mostly in English. So I do speak with Stefan still mostly in English. I speak with my parents in English. I speak mostly English with my friends. But some other things in my life have been happening in German. Yeah, so there's an update there as well. So my question for you is, what do you find challenging or difficult about communicating with other people? Also, what questions do you have about communication, empathy, compassion, or what topics are you interested in this direction? Please let me know in the comments below. Until next time, auf Wiedersehen!